Hello, you people, past, present, and yes, even those in the future. Welcome back to what is this? I don't know what this is. This is a game. What is this game? This game is RPG Maker. I am thinking that, you know what? Okami's not gonna be here tonight. She's kind of busy fighting the sun. I hope she wins. But other than that, we're going to try something new. We're going to try something no other YouTuber has done before. I'm pretty sure that I'm wrong about that statement. So, today, we're not just going to play a video game. You guys are going to help me make a video game. You're going to help me make characters. You're going to help me figure out the map system, the story, all within 2 hours. We've got 2 hours to make a somewhat functional game. And how I'm going to do this is that, yes, there is going to be a little bit delay between YouTube and Twitch. I've taken into account of that. Any ideas that you have in terms of this creation, you guys can help me with that. Anything that you have your mind set onto this, I'll try my best to incorporate into this. And, depending on how we go about things, I might just even make my own creations. Now, see what's going on here. I have never played RPG Maker 3. I've seen it like years and years ago when I was a kid. Hey Jay, how's it going? Yippee, game creation. Oh, so hi. Oh, hi Jay. Yes, guys, lock in. You guys are the new indie devs here. You guys are going to help me make a game. Your ideas are going to revolutionize the gaming industry, which means I need your help. So let's start. We're going to start from the pure basics, the classes. I'm doing well. I am hot. It has been just absolutely, it's been way too hot where I am, like 90-some degrees. But luckily, I'm inside in the air conditioning. I've got myself some tea, and I am with you guys, which means that I'm going to have an awesome time. So, yeah, let's go ahead and lock in. We're going to start with the basics. Let's start with classes. We're going to go like one class. We're not going to create like 20 different classes. We're probably going to create one class at a time because I don't know what options we have for this. So, yeah, let's make a new class. So, we have... Okay, guys, we have 3 genders. Male, female, and animal. I didn't know animal was a gender. Totally random and not... Hey, Jade. Totally random, not related at all to what you're playing. But Power got an update, and there's... Awesome! Oh, man, that's... Oh, yeah, I did hear about the Terraria update. So they added fishing? Heck yeah. You know what? I love fishing in games. Yeah, there's new... Well, okay, wait a minute. New power... Wait a minute. Do they have new areas as well? Is this like a big update like they did with Sakurajima as well as... Daybreak Island. I keep forgetting its name, but I've seen screenshots of it. This is like a full-blown, expansion, like esque, thing, because I am interested in looking into it. I think there's a new area because I see something in the distance I've never seen before. You know what? During the weekend, like on Saturday, we're going to have a shorter stream Saturday because I got some things doing. We're going to try out Power Word's new update. Thank you, Jade, for letting me know. Absolutely. And as for what we're doing, we're picking a gender. There's 3 genders, apparently. So Knight says female. Jay says animal. Jade, you are our tiebreaker right now. What gender should we pick, female or animal? Yes, I was very happy. Animal? Okay, the animal gender, our favorite gender. And we've got 4 different weapon types. We've got two-handed weapon. We've got dagger, naginata, and other. So our other character, our next class is going to involve a female then. So apparently these are the two genders we're focused on right now. Okay, I have to lurk now, but I'll be here. Yeah, thank you for lurking. So guys, what are we thinking about weapon or gear type? Like, we got two-handed weapons, we got daggers, naginata, and other. Apparently there's no other weapons. Other? Okay, I'm seeing an other here. Okay, what else? Let's see, we got one other. Let's see, obviously daggers. Okay, we got one for dagger, one for Other. Okay, so far we're seeing a little bit of variety here. Not everyone is choosing like the animalistic, traits for this class. I'm curious. Let's see. I'm curious as to what other is, but daggers are pretty cool. Apparently this class is going to be something. So, we need a tiebreaker. Who's going to be our tiebreaker? Titan, what do you think? Do you think we should do dagger, or do you think we should do other? Because, I mean, daggers, other? Okay, so we're going to go with other this time. Alright, we'll probably do daggers for the next one. Okay, here we go. Look at our animal class. Look at that. Okay, new class. Alright, so what are we going to call this new class? We need a foundation for what this class is going to be. And we're going to do like we did with the previous choices. It's going to be a unanimous decision. So whoever comes up with the name, and like if everyone agrees on it, Weapon Master, we got one. We got Titan says Weapon Master. What about everyone else? What are we thinking here? A Weapon Master Doggo. That seems that's. I mean, it doesn't roll off the tongue very well, but what do you guys think? It is going to be a very interesting case that we got going on. Because if we're going with a type of weapon mastery, I think we should have a very unique name. Weapon Master does sound very generic. We want something that sticks out. Not to say that Weapon Master can't be a good name, but, let's expand upon that. Oh, you're down for Weapon Master? Okay, so we got 2 for Weapon Master. Swiftblade. Let's see. Swiftblade, and we got another one down for Weapon Master. Why don't we meet in the middle? Why don't we go ahead and call this the Swiftblade Master? Ooh, I actually like that. That rolls off the tongue. So how do I... okay, this is going to be very wonky. So, let's see. Swift... we got 16 characters. I don't know if it... I don't know if we have all the characters. Swift... maybe Swift Master. If we're gonna... Oh, here we go. Space. The Swift Master class. Okay. Honestly, that does roll off the tongue quite well. Not Messier, but no, hang on. How do I delete? Okay, here we go. Oh, backspace. Here we go. And it's very awkward typing on the keyboard using the controller. No, man, no, my door. That's woo. Swift Master. There we go. Swift Master. There we go. Alright, so how do I confirm? How do I confirm? Save data? Oh yeah, let's save it. There we go. Yeah, Swift Master is the name of the class. Now we need a description. We need a very good description for this class. We've got 128 characters. If we can, let's try to keep the descriptions short. Because typing on this is just so just so out there. Like, what is the description of the Swift Master? Apparently the Swift Master is a master of weaponry. They are very fast. They're fast with a blade. There's not, they're a swift blade wielder. I mean, is it something? All right, now, like, what is their backstory? Like, maybe not the character backstory, but what is the class backstory? What is going to tell the audience that this class is very swift and a master at that? The master of the Swift. I mean, very apt description. I applaud that. I mean, that's you should be an author knight. I mean, that is just, I would have never thought of that. Only the swift of weapon masters may dub themselves Swift Masters. Ooh, okay, Titan. That's actually a pretty good description. All right. What about you, Jay? What do you think? What do you think that we should put? A jack of all trades when it comes to weapon type. Okay, alright. Let's see if we can combine all these together. Let's see. Only a jack of all trades may dub themselves Swift Masters. I kind of like the combination of all your ideas. Okay, so let me go ahead and just do this. Only. Oh, here we go. Only. No, hang on. Only. How do I? Only. Jack. Where's the there we go. The dash of. Not odd. Of. Oh. Hang on. There's gotta be a way to. Okay, that's backspace. That confirms. Okay, so there's no dedicated button to space. That's great. Let's see. Only a jack of all trades. Okay, that's a little weird, but all right. Only a jack of all trades. May dub themselves. May. Oh nope. Okay, actually I had it right. What am I doing? May dub them selves Swift Masters. Okay. Swift Masters. Okay. There we go. We got that. So we got the description here. Let's go ahead and add a little dot there. There we go. Confirm. Yes. There we go. Only a jack of all odds may dub themselves Swift Masters. Okay, I like the description. I definitely like the description. They are an animal. They are other. Let's see. So, what kind of animal are we thinking? Are we thinking a puppy? Which is this right here. Are we thinking a mystical beast? Which is a bunny rabbit. Are we thinking of chicken? A frog? And my favorite animal, a treant. Yep, everyone's favorite animal, the treant. My god, this game's gonna break me. So what are we thinking? What is our animal going to be? What is this animal class going to be for? Is it going to be for the puppy, the mystical beast, aka the bunny rabbit, the chicken, the frog, or the tree people? Trent? Okay, I got one for Trent. Or Treant. Yeah, we got one for Treant. Alright, so what else are we thinking? Are we unanimous in the chat for the Treant? Okay, we got Treant. Okay, so that's two. Okay. Treant it is. A Swift Master Treant. And what is going to be the color of our Treant? Brown? Green? Scary red? Purple? Or totem? My favorite color style, totem. So what are we thinking? Brown? Green? Reddish purple? Or totem? What are we thinking, guys? What's going to be the color of our, treant? I mean, it could be any color. It could be any of the four primary colors that we got here. Scary red purple. Okay, so we got one for scary red purple. Let's see, what else? Are we unanimous? Okay, we got red. Okay, so we'll go with the scary reddish purple. Okay. Now let's move on to the next session. The setting parameters. So, what is going to be the base HP of this class? Now, keep in mind, this is level 1 stats. This is what all the Treant classes are going to start out with. So, what is going to be our base HP? Like, how tough is the Treant class going to be? Is he going to be frail as a leaf, or is he going to be strong as oak? I mean, what do you guys think? We got between 1 and 99,999. what a max. What usually caps at 9,999, but no, this game is going beyond, like far beyond plus ultra. 1,000. Okay, 1,000. Okay, we got one for 1,000. You know, so what are we thinking? So Jay says 1,000. What are we thinking, guys? Are we going to keep 1,000, or do you have another number in mind? Yes, this is base HP. Knight says max. The max HP. Okay, so how about this? I'm going to try to get the happy medium of the two. So let me go get my calculator. Hey Nick, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome, welcome. I'm letting you guys help me create a video game. You guys are indie devs. You know, you guys are going to make your debut in the gaming scene. You know, not really, but this is just like a fun thing we're doing. Your guys are helping me design a game. So, for this first one, we're deciding on a base HP. DOJ says 1,000. Knight says max base HP at 99,999. What is your opinion? What do you think our base HP is going to be? And then depending on the answer, I might just have a happy medium of the few answers, no? What do you guys have in mind? Because what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put everything in a sort of calculate. Okay, Titan says 600. So we got 1,000 max and 600. Okay, so we're looking at like the early hundreds. Okay, too bad. You know, more thousands actually. So right now, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to try to get the average of both of all of these numbers. So, oh boy, this is going to be difficult if I do say so myself. So why don't we go ahead and add all these 99,999 plus 600 plus 1,000 goes divided by 3. So the happy medium we have right now, combining with everyone's, you know, suggestions, we're going to set the base HP at 33,300. No, 33,866. This is okay. So we got the base HP. He's going like this class has a lot of HP to it. That's awesome. All right. What about stat growth? This is what's going to happen when our character levels up. Like now, we're not going to go one by one. Just tell me your estimates for like. Just type out what you think the growths are going to be for each one. We've got HP, MP, which is basically magic points, strength, magic, defense, magic defense, luck, intelligence, and agility. So give me numbers for all of them in your response this time, so that way we're not going one by one for this. So what do you guys think? What is going to be our stat growth line for all of these stats? I'm curious as to what you have in store. So far, he's going to be a tank. No one is going to go ahead and defeat our foe. Like we're already making a very overpowered class here. So this is definitely going to be something. Because now are we thinking like high HP? Like this is per level. Like this is the stat growths that they're going to get per level. And with the assumption that they're going to be level 99, I'm really thinking that we're going to make an overpowered class. I mean, either that or we can just make him an HP tank. Like, he does absolutely nothing, but he just has a whole lot of HP, you know? Like, they'll run out of MP before they even finish. What do you miss? You didn't miss much, Katsu. We are actually creating a video game. You are acting as indie devs. You guys are giving me your suggestions, and I'm inputting it into the game. Right now, we're working on the class. Let's go ahead and show off our class. We've got the Swift Master class. Only a jack of all trades may dub themselves Swift Masters. They are the animal type. Our favorite animal, the treant. A very scary treant. And we're deciding on base stat lines, you know, for this. So Knight says 600 HP, 1 MP, and then the rest too. Okay, so he's going to gain 600 HP per level. Okay, what does everyone else think? What do we got? What particular HP stat line, or not just HP, but just like the full stat line growth for each level. Katsu, what do you think? You know, what do you think the stat growth is going to be per level? Because Knights got a good idea in mind. You know, just have them gain a whole bunch of HP, but everything else, it's not a very good stat growth. You know, they are the HP tank. You know, they are the ones you call on just to throw them in the middle of battle, take up all the damage. They are, I assume they're going to be like some kind of barbarian-esque class. But then again, the weapon type is other, so we don't know what kind of weapon that they're going to use. I mean, I'm sure that they'll throw rocks or something. If we're going based off Lord of the Rings. If it's a jack of all trades, then it should have balanced growths. What's the average growth number? It could be anything, yeah. We can set it the max to 99 per level if we wanted. So we could just set this to 99, like at most 99 per level. And then this is just like the level up speed. So this is just basically how fast they're going to grow. We'll get to this here in a bit. 100 per level could work. Are you saying like Titan? Are you saying like for every single stat line, or is that just for one? I mean, you gotta be a little bit more detailed than that, buddy. So Jay says 900 HP, the rest 90 plus. Okay, so here's what we got here. Knight says 600 HP, 1 MP, and the rest 2. You guys want to go the opposite extreme and just have maxed out everything with the exception of HP. So let's go down the middle here. Is that we're going to go ahead and have 700 and... Oh, hang on. Oh, well, actually, we can only have upwards of... I like Neo J's better than mine, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and meet down the middle then. 79 on each stat. Okay, yeah, that's okay. That sounds good. We're going to meet down the middle. 75 for each stat. Because, you know, just to average out all your responses, 75 for each stat, man. This is going to be a broken class, man. Like, man, gamers are not going to know what hit them. 75 for each. Man, like this guy, these guys. Oh, I meant to put 75. There we go. Yep, 75 for every single class. There you go. 75. 75. Oh, apparently you could have... Okay, so the magic stat is capped at 99, but apparently intelligence is capped at 100. So I guess we'll cap it at 100. No, maybe not 100, but you know, we did say 75 per each stat. I just find that funny that the max cap is 99 for this and then like 100 for the intelligence. That's just funny to me. Oh, not 70. 75. Here we go. 75 for each. Yeah, again, luck is the same thing. It's just kind of like max it out at 100 and not 99. That's weird. That's so weird. Okay. There we go. We got 75 for each. Okay. Now, what is going to be our average level up growth? Are they going to get so many levels? Are they going to get a whole lot of levels really fast? Or is it going to be a slow progression? Like, for instance, we got a very overpowered class right now, but, you know, maybe the drawback is that they only level up so much. They can only level up like every, I don't know. I don't know how fast or slow this actually is, but what do you guys think? Fast, average, or slow? Like, what do you think we should do for this? Fast, average. Okay, so Titan says fast. Yeah, Titan says going for fast. What does everyone else think? Do we agree with Titan here? Do we agree with for Titan that we're going to get so many levels? Katsu says average or slow. If it's fast, it'll be too busted. Katsu, are we really worried about it being too busted? 75 on each stat, every level up, and 33,000 HP. Okay, so Jay says slow. Knight says fast. So we got 2 for fast, 2 for average or slow. So why don't we go ahead and meet down the middle here and say average then? You know. let's go down the middle here because, you know, just so that way it's not too fast, not too slow, and we have the best of both worlds between you guys' choices. So average it is. And now for attacks. We got special attacks, special defense, it looks like, special traits, and weaknesses. Let's start with special attacks. So what attack effects do we give our character? There's a lot here. There's 30, so So let me go ahead and just separate this. So apparently we've got the strong attack variant. So we've got strong against humans, elves, dwarves, animals, non-humans, undead, ghosts, slimes, insects, plants, beasts, golems, angels, demons, almighty. What did that... Does that mean gods? I guess. Okay. Almighty, devil, dragons. You know, men? Men, women, and animals. Okay, so... all of them? Well, we can only choose 2 knights. We can only choose 2 out of this. But, you know, this is just the strong variants. Let's take a look at everything else. So we also got poison, slow, stop, death, critical up, drain HP, drain MP, magic sword, which I guess it's basically means that it deals magic damage instead of physical. Yeah, Katsu, it means that it deals magic damage instead of physical damage. Smash, and that's about it. So, okay, what are we thinking? Do we go for strong effects, or do we go with these unique, you know, abilities like slow, poison, you know, all this? What are we thinking? But what is the mindset for this character class? You know, what are we thinking with this? I'm curious now as to what you guys have in store for this class. Magic sword to take advantage of magic growth. Okay, so we got 1 for magic sword. What does everyone else think? Do we agree with Katsu? Do we go with magic sword? Now we get 2 choices, so the second most popular choice here will be selected as well. So we can have 2 different effects. Stop. Okay, so we got 1 for stop, 1 for magic sword. We got 2 for magic sword. Let's see. Unique could be fun. Okay, what's unique? Okay, words. I don't think I see a unique. I see undead. I don't see unique. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Knight? So we got 2 for magic sword, 1 for stop. Do you agree with magic sword and stop, or do you have something else in mind? Both? Both. Yeah, we're gonna go with both. Okay, so we're gonna go with magic sword and stop. So let's do that. So magic sword, basically it means that it'll basically be decided by magic defense, and stop, which basically has a probability that it'll be stopped. Okay. And what about special defenses? Like, what are we looking for here? Are we going for more strong against, or are we going to go with anti-poison, slow, stop, death, bad status, physical, magical, skill, dodge, critical, physical barrier, magical barrier, skill barrier, magic shield? What are we getting? Give me a funny idea if we made a goblin slayer class. I mean, isn't that what we're making right now? But it's more like the tree slayer. Or no, we are the tree. So what are we thinking, guys? Are we thinking with strong effects, or are we thinking like anti effects, or just being able to just have immunities to something things, or like have like improved dodging, like immune to critical hits? So we got 1 for anti effects and 1 for physical barrier. So let's see. Katsu says if you did anti-magic and anti-physical, does that make you invincible? Sorta, kinda. Apparently skills would still be able to do damage, but that's kind of what it's implying. Going against magical shields could be useful. Okay, so basically so it looks like we've got oh, Titan, you just see. So anti-effects. So, I'm looking at your response. So I'm not sure if you mean like anti-status effects or anti-damage effects. But if it's anti-damage, then we've got 2 people for no, 3 people for like the anti-physical or magical. So is that what we're going with? Like anti-physical and magical here? We'll just take no damage whatsoever. Oh god, we're gonna make this class invincible. Alright. Let's do that. But anti-physical, anti-magical. They're not taking damage from magical or physical. They can only take damage from skills. But what is their special trait? You know, like, what are they going to have? Are they going to be swift, which means they can act more quickly? Are they going to escape, meaning they can just leave? Are they going to restore HP or MP? Do they revive? Do they get a free revive, which pretty much almost doubles their health? A full revive, which, you know, actually doubles the health. Or enrage, and increases the odds of being attacked. Owner is immune to all threats, both magical and physical. Yes, that is true. Honestly, you guys are already making this class so overpowered. I'm loving it. So, what are we thinking here? Let's see, stay true to the name Swift. Okay, so we got one for Swift. Okay, so Jay says Swift. So what do you guys think? Do we go with Swift for the special trait? Let's see, we got one for Swift, one for full revive. I mean, because, you know, it's hilarious. So we got we need a tiebreaker here. You know, what are we going to choose? Swift or full revive? You know, what are we in the mood for this? Because thematically, Swift works. Like Katsu says, full revive is hilarious considering how much HP we have, and we cannot die. We cannot get affected by most things in the game. This theoretical game we're making. Okay. So, okay, well, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to miss your message tonight. Okay, so we got 2 for Swift, 1 for revive. So, we're going with Swift. We're going to make the most elegant tank known to history. Yes, we are. But just like any class, they have to have a weakness. What is going to be their weakness? Yeah, good point. Yeah, see, you guys make some good points. Now, what are they going to be weak against? Are they going to be weak against poison, slow, stop, death, status effects, weapons, magic, skills, humans, you know, and like, okay, weak against like the different types of characters. So what are we thinking? What is our class going to be weak against? For as powerful as this class is, they have to have a weakness. What are they going to be weak against? You know? But what are we thinking here? You know? Are they are they going to be, you know, more likely to have like the instant ending effects? Are they going to be more easily stopped, slowed, poisoned? The only weakness is death. Okay, so we got 1 for death. They want to be fast. What if their weakness is slow? Ooh, okay, that's actually a good one too, Katsu. So we got 1 for death, 1 for slow. What's going to be our tiebreaker here? Who's going to be the tiebreaker? What are we going to say for this? Yeah, we got 1 for death, 1 for slow. Need a tiebreaker here. Bad status. Okay, so we got a 3-way tie here. Okay, so we got a 3-way tie. Titan, you're the only one that has not said anything for this yet. What do you think? You're going to be our tiebreaker. If you're still listening in, if you're not in the chat anymore, I'll make a decision. But okay, so we got 1 for bad status, 1 for slow, and 1 for death. We got a pretty good diverse mindset here. You know, that seems like you guys are not always united in your decisions. You know, which is great. I do like the different mindsets for this. Because let's take a look at our options. You know, let's take a look at each options that you guys have presented. Let's start with Katsu's. Yes, they want to be fast, but if they're slow, you know, they're more susceptible to attacks. However, let's think about Knight's suggestion. The only weakness is death. You know, instant ending effects. You know, but I mean, this guy is already going to be immune to a lot of things. But if he is not immune to instant ending effects, then that could be bad for him. However, there's also Neo J's decision. You know, as bad status. Now, who's to say, yeah, he's more... Okay, so this is just a bad status is just a culmination of all of them. So, he's more likely... Yes. Actually, now that I think about it, guys, it seems as like even though you are divided in your decision, there actually exists a way that all of you can get your results. Okay, so bad status it is. They're going to be easily poisoned, slowed, stopped, and instantly ended. You know what? Let's go with that, guys. Weak against bad effects. You guys, all of your decisions are now part of this. That's great. And now we got special skills. Now, obviously, we're not gonna make every single special skill. We're just gonna make one for today's stream. But let's create a special skill. What is going to be the name of our skill? What are we looking for? Are we looking for some kind of, you know, actually, let's see. Obviously, let's just make this level 1 so that way we can get it instantly. This is the best and worst class. Heck yeah, it is. So what are we thinking? What kind of skill do we have in mind? Is it going to be a skill, or is it going to be a spell? Are we thinking physical or magical for this type? Staccato? Okay, so we got one for staccato. Good dot hack reference. What else? What are we thinking? What other? So Katsu says staccato in reference to dot hack. You know, very fast, very speedy attacks, multiple hits. What do you guys on the YouTube side of things think? Let's do the iMock reference. Heck yeah, that sounds fun. But let's see what the others have to say real quick. Let's see what creations that they can also contribute. Do we go with staccato or do we go with something else? I'm curious as to what you have to say for this. You know? Excuse me. Low blow, a weak physical attack that slows down the enemy. Okay, so we got one for staccato, one for weak. Hydrate! Jacob! I shall hydrate! I got tea! Hashtag not sponsored. Okay, so we got... Here are our choices here. We've got staccato. We've got low blow, a weak physical attack that slows enemies down. And... let's see, and Knight said he's also down for that or Tiger Blitz. Why don't we meet down the middle? It is a physical attack that slows down the enemy that is called the Staccato Blitz. Ooh, I'm actually... honestly, I kind of like that. Okay, let's go ahead and write that. And while I'm writing this down, what is going to be the description for this skill? While I'm typing this out, give me a description. You know, let me see what you guys can think of while I write this down. It's going to take me a bit. If I could spell, that is. So, staccato. Staccato. Okay, good thing we have a more character. Good thing we have 16 characters. Blitz. Staccato Blitz. There we go. Nice. Okay, it's called the Staccato Blitz. Okay, what is the description of this? So, Katsu says, a quick series of strikes that stuns foes. Okay. Alright, that's a pretty short description. I like it. On the surface, it may not be the strongest thing, but small wounds can make a big difference. Okay, that is also good. I like that. How do we word this then? Because I do like all of the ideas. Let's see if we can combine that. Let's see. On the surface, it may not be the strongest thing, but a quick series of strikes can make a big difference. Ooh, I actually like that. Now that I'm combining the two. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see. I need a mix of both. Yeah, mix of both. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. On the surface. I don't know why they didn't dedicate, like, of all the buttons on the controller, they didn't put a dedicated... Really? It's L3? The space button is L3? Oh my goodness. Because here's the thing, guys. On the D-pad, it moves the characters around, like moves the quill around. But space is L3. I have to push down on L3 and then switch to... Okay, that's gonna be very weird to go through. On the surface... Actually, we need a comma. On the surface, it's Oh god. This is going to look weird. Not the strongest but a quick series of unfortunate events. Quick series of strikes. And make a big difference. There we go. There we go. Okay. We got that. Nice. Alright. On the surface, it may not be the strongest, but a quick series of strikes can make a big difference. I don't like how this sentence is formatting and how the words are just kind of like that. Alright, so it's a level 1 skill. I assume it's going to be a physical attack, so let's go with skill. It is most certainly an attack, as we discussed. Now, HP damage. Now, this is going to be interesting, guys. Do we go with pure HP damage, which is basically their health? Do we go with MP damage? Do we damage their mana? Or do we have a mixture of both, where it damages both physical and magical? Maybe some hyphens will help with the description. Yes, it would, but I find it funny that it doesn't. And and plus I don't want to go back and put hyphens on each and every one, you know? I just think, look, we're indie devs. We don't know how to spell. You know, full disclosure, I'm not saying that, you know, indie devs don't know how to spell. This is just me. I'm an indie dev. Okay, so Jay says HP and MP. Alright. So, Jay says HP and MP. Okay, so Knight also says HP and MP. Interesting, interesting. What about you, Katsu? What do you think? Do we go with both Jay and Knight's suggestion? Or do you have something else in mind? Because the idea that this basic move, Staccato Blitz, you cool with that idea? Okay. You are cool with that idea. Now, is it going to affect one enemy or multiple? Like, not just multiple, but all. Don't worry, Claude, I can't spell either. Yes, I cannot spell for the life of me. And that's sad because I'm writing stuff. I write stuff for for many things. Okay, so Titan says multiple enemies. You know, so what are we thinking? We're thinking multiple enemies for this attack. Okay, so Katsu says single target. Titan says multiple enemies. Okay. What do you? What did you? Okay, so Jay says one. Okay. So Knight, what do you think? Do you side with Jay? Do you side with Jay and Katsu, or do you side with Titan? I am interested. What is what is spelling in today's economy? Yeah, why do we need to spell one? Okay, so single target it is. And now, set effect points. I assume that this is how much MP that we need to use in order to activate this skill. How much MP is going to be required to activate our skill? What do you think? What do you think, guys? No. Are we going to just make it nothing? Like, it's a free skill? Or is it going to be, like, super costly and they need to get, like, 20 levels in? Because so far, this seems like a very overpowered ability, you know? They might have to earn it. Or you guys might just, you know... Free. Okay, so Titan says free skills. Titan said just free skill, just 0. Just cost nothing. What are we thinking? So we got 1 for free skill. 0 MP makes it busted. Now, we're already making a pretty busted class as is, but at the same time, I do, like, in my opinion, I think we should balance it out just a little bit. But, you know, hey, that's not my decision. I'm not an indie dev. I'm just a gamer, you know? I'm the one that tests these things, you know? So, what are we thinking, guys? Maybe 10 MP. Okay, I expect a skill to do that much damage. Just enough for it to work and disable the enemy. You know what? That's a good idea. Alright. Why don't we meet down the middle and say, you know... Actually, Katsu, I don't think you've contributed to this one yet. What do you think, Katsu? 3 MP or just a little bit of MP? Or do you want to go the opposite and extreme and just do max MP requirement? I am curious. I'm curious as to what? 0 or max is my vote for nothing. Okay, so we got 2 for 0, 1 for just a little bit. Okay, and okay, so we got a little MP. We got a little MP. So why don't we meet down in the middle? It's not going to be 10. It's not going to be 0. It's only going to be 5. 5 points used. No, that's 5 points. 5 points. I don't know what this means. I assume this is damage. How much damage is this going to do? Is it going to be max damage? Is it going to be 900s? Or is it going to be just 1, you know? What are we thinking? How much damage are we going to do with this, like, single target attack? How much damage are we doing with a single attack that costs 5 points? I mean, are we gonna go to the extreme? Or okay, so Jay says 50, Knight says max. What do you think, Titan and Ikatsu? Do we go 50 or do we go max or somewhere in between? Yeah. What are we thinking? What are we thinking here, guys? Because so far, you guys are really making yourselves quite the challenger. So we got 1 for 50, 1 for max. 25? Okay. So we got 25. Okay, so meeting down the middle. Let's do this. We're gonna meet down the middle. We're gonna this is gonna be crazy, but if we're going on the low end, we're gonna combine all 3 numbers, divided by 3. That's going to be the amount of damage. 999 plus 25 plus 50 divided by 3, 358 damage. Exactly. So this move is going to be 358 damage. You know, something to that effect. There we go. We're meeting down the middle here. And does this have any additional effects? Does this have slow? Does this have poison? Stop. Ending. You know, or strong against a certain type of enemy. What are we thinking? Does this have a special effect? If so, what special effect do we have? Because so far, I mean, we've got some options. We got a lot of strong against, but we do have poison, which means that they'll take damage over time. Slow, which means they won't get to act as much. Stop, which means they won't act at all. So we've got 1 for slow. We got 1 for slow. What are we thinking? Are we going to go with Neo J's suggestion? Are we going to inflict slow on our enemies so that way they cannot attack? I mean, we are giant treant, you know? We are affected treant, so we mind, you know, that if it's meant to be stunned, maybe slow. Okay, so we got 2 for, so we got 2 for slow then. We got 2 for slow. What about you, Knight? What are you thinking? Are we going to go with slow as well, or are you thinking something else? Yeah? What are we thinking here? Poison. So slow, you know, it reduces the actions that someone takes, which can be pretty good, you know? Slow? Okay, we're going with slow. Alright, next one. Now, let's get with the fun stuff, the animations. Let's go ahead and figure out what animation effects. So there's 53 animations here, oh god. So we got 6, looks like 6 flavors of fireball, poison ball, ice quake, thunder, flames of 6 different varieties. So we got flames, we got arrows, we've got cross, meteor, skull, demon, demon attacks, beams, heals, many different heals, enhances, magic, ninjutsu. So what are we thinking here, guys? What kind of a visual effect are we going to give this ability? What kind of visual effect is our boy going to do? Because we can go ahead and preview it right now, you know? We don't have any visual effects right now, but we can go ahead and preview it, you know? So what are we thinking? What kind of visual effect are we going to do for this? You know? There's plenty of different types we got here. We got fire, we got arrows. So Jay says ninjutsu. Okay. Jay says ninjutsu. Okay, so we got 2 for ninjutsu. Okay, we got 2 for ninjutsu. And we are going to go on a break here in about 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and try to make a decision. Katsu, what are you thinking? So we got 4 different types of ninjutsu. Let's go ahead and take a peek at what this actually is. Let's go ahead and preview it. Okay. We got... Honestly, I'm not sure myself. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and narrow it down then. We got 4 different ninjutsu. This is what we're seeing right here. You know, it's kind of hard to see, but he waves his hand and a symbol appears. Alright, that's animation 1. Animation 2. Take a look. Okay, it seems as though it's just 4 different symbols. So, what's going to be our flavor? 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then we'll go ahead and check to see what number we got. What kind of ninjutsu are we looking for here? Da 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 da. So, what are we thinking? Ninjutsu's 1, 2, 3, or 4? Because we got plenty of choices here. We got 4 different types. You know? So, okay, so we got 4. We got 2 for 4. Okay, we got 2 for 4. Let's check out number 4 while we're catching up on Twitches then. So let's see what visual number 4 is. Nice. Would you just look at that beautiful animation over there? Nice. All right. So now, what kind of I guess our initial animation? Do we go with magic item? Do we go with standard attacks? A special attack? Or do we go with the throw? What are we thinking here, guys? What do we got? Da 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 da. We're doing well, Streamlabs. We're doing very well. What kind of animation are we going to do? You know? What kind of animation is this? Okay, special attack. We got 1 for special attack, 1 for throw. Yeah. Alright, so we got 1 special attack, 1 throw. Katsu, you are the tiebreaker here. You are the one that's going to decide whether or not we do a throw or a special attack. I know, very hard decision. Yet, throw, you know what? While I'm waiting for a response, let's go ahead and take a look at the animation. Whoa, okay. Man, let's take a look. Special attack. Okay, that actually looks pretty sick. That kind of looks sick. Special attack? Okay, so, yes. I'm curious now. We're going to go with special attack, but I want to see what throw. Okay, so that's what throw is going to be. Special attack. Huh. Okay, can't really do much with these, but, okay. So, visual flare. None. No visual flare. Alright, so here is our skill here. Before we go on break, let us take a look at the animation. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh, oops. Oh no, I accidentally got rid of it. I think it was Ninjutsu 4. There we go. Let's try it. Yeah, look at this, guys. Look at this. You are developers now. We are making a video game. That's actually kind of an interesting attack. You know, I'm not gonna lie. That looks pretty cool. Alright, and now let's go ahead and save the skill data. Okay, we got the skills. We're gonna go ahead and save the class data. Alright, so we got our class. Alright, we got the Swift Master class. When we come back from break, we're gonna make a character. Finally, our first skill in the game, and it only took an hour. Our first skill in class, I should say. So, alright, so we got the classes. Now we need people. We need to work on the people, you know? Like, we gotta work on our people, you know, the people. So, we're gonna go on break, make a decision here. Do we go with male, female, or animal? I assume since we're doing an animal class, you know, we need to do an animal, gender. So we'll be right back after these messages, guys. Alright friends, we are in fact back, and let me go ahead and check to see what you guys had to say. So, we got 2 for female. Okay, so here's what we're going to do with this. So, we made a class specifically for animals, for the treants. However, if it does allow it, if it doesn't allow it, we'll go ahead and select the animal. However, we're going to treat this character as a lady tree. A very beautiful treant. So, we're going to try female. We're going to see if we can put the class on it. Class. Okay. Apparently we need to go ahead and actually make an animal for this, but that's okay. Because we got the Swiftmaster. She is a lady. She is a lady tree. Yes. We're going to go ahead and match that. So what is going to be our lady tree's name? What is going to be the character of our lady tree? Our beautiful summer tree people. What we got going on here, guys? What are we thinking for the name? Are we thinking something interesting? Are we thinking that kind of goes along with the theme we got going on here? A swift tree? Or do you want to just go the exact opposite? What's going to be her name? What do we got? What do we got for this? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Autumn Lethea. Ooh, okay, I like that. Okay, so Jay says Autumn, and the Knight says Trevor or Trev. Let's see here. So I'm trying to think, how do we combine the 2 names? I'm thinking Autumn Trev. Autumn Trev sounds like a very unique name. Hopefully that's within our character, because I think Autumn Lethea is going beyond the 16 characters, I think, in one. Okay, just barely under. Okay, but either way, let's go with Autumn Trevor. Combine the 2 names, as it were. Autumn. 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 Autumn Trevor. Excuse me. Autumn Trevor is going to be her name. Now, guys, go ahead and give me a description. A very short description of Autumn Trevor. Who is she? Like, who is she going to be? Like, what is her backstory? Who is this character? Who is this Swift Master? With all these overpowered stats we got going on here. What is her back? She is, like, is she like, is she human? Is she an elf? Is she a dwarf? Animal? Non-human? Undead, ghost, slime, insect, plants, beast, golem, angel, demon, almighty, devil, dragon? Is she a tree dragon? Is she a tree beast? Maybe she's a tree non-human, Maybe she's undead. A dead tree, So Katsu says angel. So we got 1 for angel. Yeah. So while you guys are thinking, give me a description, we need a description of our tree, to help us flesh out the character even more, We gotta see what we can do for this character, What are we going to, like, what is her story? I'm curious as to what her story is going to be. I'll let you guys think on that while we go ahead and, take a look at what we got here. A once wooden soldier. Ooh, I actually like that. Okay. A once wooden soldier. Okay, so we got a once wooden soldier. What else, guys? What are we thinking for this backstory? A once wooden soldier. Let's add on to this. A once wooden soldier. the spell soldier. A once wooden soldier, comma, a tree angel who left her village to fulfill her destiny as the chosen Swiftmaster. Ooh, I like that. A once chosen warrior. You know what? Hang on. Nay. A once chosen soldier, nay. A tree angel. A tree angel who left her village. Who left her village. Who left her village. Who is now trying to uncover the secret of the forest. Ooh. I like that. Let's add that to the left her village. Who now? Now. I forgot it is. Oops. Who is now? And it's so clunky typing on a keyboard with a controller. Now trying to uncover secrets of the forest. I think we just barely have enough characters. The forest. Here we go. Priest. Here we go. There we go. A once wooden soldier, nay, a tree angel who left her village, who is now trying to uncover the secrets of the forest. What is so? Katsu, let's go ahead and choose the race. Katsu says angel. And also, given the backstory, Knight also says angel. Angel sounds interesting. An angelic tree soldier who is looking for, looking to uncover the secrets of the forest. Now, what is going to be their battle action? Are they balanced? Do they prioritize recovery, defense? Do they rarely perform actions with high MP cost? Do they prefer physical? Skills, magic? Are they just completely random? Do they always perform certain types of attacks? Do they attack? What is the opposite of animals? We're writing the description like we're getting paid for each word. Yes, we are. I mean, technically, I'm getting ad revenue, but that's pennies on the dollar. So what are we thinking? Opposites first? Honestly, it's kind of funny because there's no opposite of animal. So this would be a funny battle action. Like, do they avoid attacking the opposite gender even though they're an animal? Like, they're classified as animal. There's no opposite of animal. So who do they prefer? Do they prefer to attack men first, women first? Do they prefer physical? Katsu says balanced. So, are we going to agree with Katsu here? Are we looking for something balanced? Or do you guys have other things in mind? Like, what are we thinking here? Excuse me. I mean, what are we thinking here? Katsu says balanced. Okay, Knight? What are your opinions? Do we go okay, you're in the same boat? Okay, so we got 2 for balanced. Okay. Looks like balanced it is. You're down? Okay, we're going with balanced. They are level 1. We're not changing anything else. We're going to start them at level 1. Now, character models. Let's decide on their portraits. What kind of portrait do we have in mind? Do we prefer pop art? So we need the treants. Okay, because that's... What is this art? Okay, do we go with pop art for their character model? Do we prefer anime? Oh, honestly, that looks kind of sick. I mean, for 2005, that looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Do we go with an anime? Do we go for drawn? That looks scary as hell. I don't know about that one. Number 2. Honestly, that looks pretty good too. Like, drawn 2 is pretty nice. Drawn 3. We just got Pinocchio. It's just Pinocchio with a bigger head. You know? Drawn 4. What is this? What is this drawing? What is this? That just kind of... Holy... God. Hear me out. Hear me out. You're saying drawn 2. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. Drawn 5. Okay, that one's not so bad. Guys, hear me out. I say drawn 4. Okay, so we got 1 for drawn 2, 1 for drawn 4. Guys, just take a look at this. Tell me that... I was not expecting that face to be on a tree. Am I just weird? Is this just normal? So we got 1 for 2 and 1 for 4 based on my reaction. Katsu, you're gonna be the tiebreaker here, buddy. I don't know. 4 does not say angel to me. Oh my god, man. I'm laughing so hard my back hurts. Cool trees. Yes, Titan, they're cool trees. Okay, so based off of your responses, looks like we'll go with drawn 2. I'm a little disappointed, but oh my god, now my back hurts. Oh my goodness, now my back hurts. Alright, drawn 2. We'll go with drawn 2. And now we've got, okay, we have to be a treant because that's kind of what we were. You know, I changed my mind for drawn 4. Okay. Wait for the, you know what? Yes, we're gonna go with drawn 4. Here we go. Honestly, this would make a great short. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna do that. Just my reaction on this. It hurts to laugh now. I don't know why. Hydrate. Oh, thank you, Jacob. I definitely need to hydrate. I mean, I've got some tea here. Have any water? Ooh, I need to calm down. I need to calm down here. Oh my goodness. Alright. So, we're going with color style 3 based on what you guys said before. Alright. Items. Do we now... Okay, we cannot give them items. Okay. We have no items. Okay, so we can't give them any equipment. They have staccato blitz, which is great. NPC event codes. I have no idea what this means, so... I'm just going to say yes. This is our character. We have finally made our character, Autumn Treva. Ooh boy. Alright, so... Now, just for this, I'm going to get sample monsters. We're going to try out this battle system, you know? But let's go ahead and do... You know, Soul Knight looks pretty cool. You know, let's... Oh, heck yeah. Hang on. Alright. So, just for example, we're going to use the Soul Knight. Parties, items. So, let's just take a look. How do we... Data management. Yeah, let's save. How do we test our things out now? How do I just plop this character into the world, you know? Oh man, it's taken so long to save this now. There's just so much here. Oh man, so much. So much saving that needs to be done. There we go, save successful. Great. We have somewhat of a foundation. I say, friends, let us play what we have so far. We have starts. The game is not configured to be playable. Oh. That's right, we need to actually make a game. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and start with, but it sure is fun. Yeah, it's making fun. We are making some good fun with this, you know? What's playtest? Alright. Oh, what? Okay. You know what? Let's start with the world next. Let's create the world. Let's go ahead and create a field. You know, we need a place for our character to be at, you know? So, let's see what we can do with making a field. Alright, what are we going to call this field? You know? What are we... Field preview. Oh, hello. Hello. Just make a basic field? Okay. We're gonna call this basic field. Because that's hilarious. Basic field. Basic. Again. Get this basic field. There we go. Saving that. It's going to be called the basic field. Let's create the field. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, lordy. What is this? I do not even know. Are we just drawing the field? Okay, guys. What is going to be the general shape of our field? I don't know what any of this stuff means. It's the default pen, draw a line, draw a circle, a box. Area of 1x1 box. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing here. Undo. Okay, so we are actually drawing the box in 1x1 block. Okay, so what are we going to make for this? Like, how big are we gonna be? Are we gonna be? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm making here. I'm making some lines. Okay, so... I don't know. But what are we thinking, guys? So we got a whole field to make. What are we going to make with this? You guys are the devs here. I'm just the playtester. You know? Actually, hey, I got an idea. I got an idea. I got an idea. Make a box? Okay. Make a box. Okay. Make a box. Gotta make the box. Hey, Deroos, how's it going? Oh, Lord, I remember RPG Maker, the original one. I could never draw anything on this. Oh, yeah. It just... I can just barely draw something here. Okay, so just make a basic box? Okay. A basic box. Oh, no. I gotta make a basic box! Hang on, wait a minute. I can do lines. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Make a basic box. Make a basic box. Waffles. Waffles? Yeah, a basic square waffle. Let's go. There we go. We're gonna make some waffles here. A square box. Okay, we're gonna make a square box waffle, you know? Having no paint bucket tool is just straight up crime. Actually, yeah, there is. Hang on. There it is. Got some waffles. This is going to be our area, you know. But first, is there any erase tool here? Drinks edit area and largest. Wait a second. Hang on. Oh, okay. So that's just tiny. Advanced editing mode. Oh god, I'm scared to see what this is. Okay, so this is field edit. Okay, so this is advanced editor. Okay. So, yeah, I know this looks interesting. So okay, let's oh, hang on. There we go. We're just gonna make some squigglies. We're just gonna We're just gonna raise the land a bit, you know? Just gonna do just kind of we need to I don't know what I'm making here, but I guess. Okay, hang on, what is this? Draw a square section. Okay. Okay, so we're making some squares. Okay. Nice, nice. How about we smooths out the terrain? Okay. Smoothing out the terrain here. Okay. There we go. There we go. See, we're smoothing out the terrain. That's nice. That's nice. What is this? Stretches out the terrain. Shockingly advanced for... Oh, yeah, this is like 2005, I think. So, yeah, it is shockingly decent. Creates a sloped landform. Okay. I have no idea if this is... The only way to just... How do we... Ooh, an ocean? Yeah, okay, yeah, it seems... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know, I don't even know what we're making. We could make an ocean, or we might be making something else. Let's take a look at the preview. Why not? Let's preview the field. That's not what I had in mind. Oh, here we go. Okay, I don't think we actually did anything. Where are we? Okay, so I don't even know if this is actually using my computer CPU or... Yes, this is interesting. You know, 42% graphics. I know this is kind of a random idea, but the real name for the first area should be called Humbara. I know it's a terrible attempt of saying humble beginnings. Ooh, Humbara. Okay. Hang on. I'm just trying to say, is there a map? Oh, here we go. I can run. Ooh, I can run. Okay, let's go. Let's run. I don't even know if I'm even headed in the right direction. Okay, nice, nice. Oh, okay, I think we finally reached our end of the line. Okay, let's just exit. I honestly do not know. So we made a box. Vertical mode. How do I go ahead and erase everything? That's the question. What? I wonder if this game does goes off random encounters or visual back. I'm curious about that too. We're probably gonna have to explore that before we're done. You know what? Let's just go ahead and just... Oh, system? Oh, here we go. We can reset terrain. Here we go. There we go. So, we're gonna make a box. We're gonna make a box. You know, we're gonna make a box. You know, we're gonna make 2 boxes here. Maybe. We're gonna make 2 boxes. We're gonna act this as some kind of ocean. We're gonna make box number 1, box number 2. These boxes are gonna be you guys. I believe the specs at the bottom are based off of the game's own built-in spec limits. Granted, if you're playing this on your computer and using PC storage, you probably have way more capacity. Oh yeah, I'm definitely using my authentic PS2 that I got from Phil Spencer at Nintendo. But this is definitely authentic PS2 hardware. You know, shit, it's definitely, you know. Yeah. Yep, just oh. Apparently oh, because there's a something there. Okay, hang on. Gotta actually fill this in. There we go. There we go. that's how we do that's how we make a box. There we go. All right, awesome. Let's preview our special little area. Let's go. I want to be right here. What do we got? Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, so we made 2 little aisles here. Okay. Can we add water? That's what I'm... Okay. Honestly, this is actually pretty fun. I'm actually enjoying this little mode that's here. Advanced mode. What we got? Rank this section. Terrain. That's terrain edit. Doesn't seem like we can add any oceans, any like bodies of waters. I got mine from Bill Gates at Sega Frame. Yeah, see, there we go. See, it's just like it, you know, we get these things from you know, we gotta get these, you know, the top of the top, you know. Okay, let's go ahead and make, I don't even know what that did, but there we go. Created sloped landform. Okay, here we go. I can barely see that. Okay, hang on. Spherical landmass. We're gonna make a spherical landmass. There we go. There we go. See, we got one little aisle here. Okay. We also got. Let's go ahead and just, you know, just kind of like make ourselves that little aisle. There we go. We're gonna make some islands here. I don't know if it's actually creating the aisles, but you know, that's a hidden temple. All right, nice idea. What if we started off with a small training ground for the warrior? Ooh, that is definitely something. We could definitely, that way you can keep it small. Whoa, okay. Honestly, okay guys, you gotta admit, this is pretty cool. Just look at this. You know, this is the terrain we built. Holy crap. All right. Yeah, this is our little training area we got going on here. It's like a canyon, you know? We built a canyon. All right, this is pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Okay, wait a minute. What's over here? What's it? Good idea. Yeah, that is a good idea. Yeah, so this is going to be our training canyon, you know? All right, and also, oh, I see it now. We can switch between the two. Oh, now it tells me. Okay. All right, interesting. Okay, all right. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and save this terrain. This is going to be our terrain. Save the terrain. Save and exit. Here we go. So we made the terrain. You know? Let's go ahead and main theme. I don't even know what the themes are, so let's... Okay, hang on. Let me increase the volume of this, guys. Hopefully it's not too loud, but let me know if it is. Not bad. Okay. I'm surprised no one has decided to make another 3D RPG maker, right? Honestly, just this alone would be very fun to play around with. Now, granted, it's not going to have, like, this doesn't have all the features as, like, some of the newer RPG makers. And that's only focused on the 2D stuff. I want to, like you said, I want to see a 3D, you know, RPG maker. If there does exist, I just don't know about it, you know? Alright. So, let's see, we need Gust. And spooky. Alright, so what are we thinking, guys? Like, what kind of music are we gonna have for our area? We created our area. We're gonna call this, I know you did have a name for this. Let me go ahead and scroll back up and see what name it was. Humbara. Okay, let's go ahead and name the field Humbara. Yes, I'm gonna creep all of you out with this music. This really space-like music. Ara. We're gonna name this field Humbara. So what are we thinking, guys? Hamburger? Hamburger. Humbara wait a minute, can I fit hamburger at the end of this? Hang on, let me see. I probably could, yes, hang on. Oh. You know what? We're gonna type it all out again. Bar hamburger. This was fun, guys. Gotta head out later. You have a good night, Knights. Thank you for being here. Appreciate ya. Bara burger. Hamburger. Bara hamburger. That's gonna be the name. I hope I have enough characters. Epic. Yeah, it's epic. Ham. Ooh, do I have enough characters? Hamburger. Hamburger. Probably because game creation engines are difficult to make, let alone format player use. That is true too, DeRoots. That is very true. Making a 3D one that functions properly would be a massive headache. Though, imagine if with the technology we have though. I mean, there are some creation tools out there on Steam right now, you know, that uses 3D environments that you can essentially, maybe not to this extent, but it does do the same function. Imagine a proper RPG Maker 3D, like for Steam. Yeah, just imagine that. Or maybe even a port of this. Whatever the case may be. I think this would be a fun thing to play around with, you know? So, what is going to be our environment for our new area? Are we looking for arid, European, temperature 1 and 2, a wasteland, savanna, or tropical? What are we looking for, guys? What kind of things are we looking for? So what's going to be our, you know, like environment, for our area, you know? And I know this music is very creepy. You guys are gonna hear the music. I have a choice not to listen to the music. Why not temperature? Yeah, I don't know what temperature does, but it sure sounds like wooden area. Okay, so we got temperature and tropical, and savanna. We got a mixture of. We got 3 different answers here. Okay, so. European sounds depressing. Maybe. Who knows? So, let's take a look at what these offer. I don't know if there's any way I can preview it, but. So, let me see. I'm gonna make a D4 roll. Let's see. 1 through 4, it is a, 1 through 4. 1 through 3 is your guys' decision, and then 4 every roll. Number 2, so I'm going based off Twitch, so Twitch and then YouTube, so Savannah, and then the next one was Tropical. We're going to go with Tropical for this instance. And what is the season? Like, we got 4 seasons here, you know? 4 seasons in the vault. What's going to be the season of our area? What type of seasoning do we want for our game? What type of season do we want to sprinkle onto the environment? What are we thinking, chat? Do I like cold weather? I mean, winter sounds nice to me, but you guys might be different. You all might like, as a baseline, maybe spring. Okay, so we got 1 for spring. When I looked up screen, the track is called Empty Sky. Same weapon that. Oh, okay, yeah, you're talking about, the same weapon as... Okay, so we got 2 for spring. So we got 2 for spring, the adventure should be in spring, summer. Okay, we're going with spring. What is the time of day? Is it going to be morning? Is it going to be night? Is it going to be high noon? That music back there reminds me of the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time. Da 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 da. Oh man, such a memorable track, and it kind of does sound like it a little bit, just the ethereal nature of it. What are we looking at, guys? What time of day? Good morning. Okay, so we got 1 for the morning. Okay, Darus, Jay, what do you think? Like, what kind of time of day do we want our environment to? We got 1 for the morning. Top of the morning, as Jacksepticeye would say. High noon. Okay, so we got 1 for high noon. All right, Darus, you're the tiebreaker here. What are we going for? High noon or good morning? What kind of shootout do you look to be going through in this RPG? Think we're gonna have to shoot at a high noon or in the morning? Man, decisions. You know? I'm a bit chaotic. I say night. Okay. We got 3 different choices. I'm gonna roll that D4 again. See what it says. This one is number 1, so that means we're going to go with the morning on Katsu-san. You know, don't worry, there'll be other opportunities. What kind of weather effect do we want our environment to be? What kind of environmental effect do we want? Do we want sunny? Do we want cloudy? Do we want rain? Thunderstorm? Do we want to have a psychedelic weather effect? I have never seen that in a game before. We're going to what is this, LSD simulator? Hey, this game is just surprising me all the time. Okay, so Jay says sunny. Wow, those are interesting choices. Oh yeah, these are definitely interesting choices. Yeah, we got the typical weather effects. We got sunny, clear, rainy, psychedelic. My favorite weather effect. Maybe sunny just to be on the safe side for now. I'll regret my choices later. Okay. Katsu also says, I'm feeling sunny, but I want to... You know what? I'm curious too. You know, we're going to do sunny, but I'm just curious as to what the sunny effect would... Okay. Can we preview? There we go. Oh. Look at all the pretty colors. Look at all the pretty colors. Psychedelic could be our second dungeon or mid-game. Probably just look at the sky right now. The sky is so high. God, okay. Yep, this is what psychedelic looks like. Alright, let's go back to the settings. So it's going to be spring, morning. We're going to go with sunny, as per everyone's decision. Turn the field background. Let's keep the background on for now. Sets the field's elevation. So, what do we got, friends? For the elevation of our field, do we want to go high? Do we want to be average? Do we want to be low? Do we want no horizon whatsoever? Are we going to make this a creepy place to live in? Your decision. What we got? What we thinking? Low, high, average, or none at all? What's going to be the elevation? What is the sun? What is the water level going to be, I assume? Maybe low just to see what it looks like. Average. Okay, so we got 1 low, 1 average. Katsu, looks like you are the tiebreaker. We got average? Okay. Going with average. Let's see. And you know what? Just let's take a look at low. We'll go back to average here in a bit. Let's take a look at low and see what that means. Like, is it just going to be doesn't look like it actually did anything because we have no water. So let's go ahead and let's go back. We'll go back and put it on hot. Excuse me, average. Okay. Let's see. Whether do we allow magic to be here, or do we suppress magic in this field? Are we going to be anti-mage? Off topic, have you ever heard of the OST for RPG Maker VHX? Yes, I have heard of that. I have actually played around with VHX as well as MV a few times, and I really do enjoy the music. You know, it sounds generic in the best way, you know? Let there be magic? Okay, so we got let there be magic. You know, we're allowing magic. Allowed? Okay. On average. And how many trees do we want? How many trees? Do we want a whole lot of trees? Do we want no trees? Maybe just a little bit of trees? Make that a PvP server. Yeah! PvP server! And magic allowed. Yeah. Yes. Free reign magic. You know, do we have a whole lot of trees that is keeping the arcana in the air? Do we allow ourselves to have many trees? Or do we want to be anti-tree as a tree person? This is going to be a certain area and make it many trees. Okay, so we got many trees so far for Katsu. What about the rest of you guys? What are we thinking? Are we going with many trees? Tree. Good for me. Let's see. Let's see what you guys say. Okay, so Titan also says many trees. Could be our starting area. It could be the starting area for our character, who is a tree angel. That is true too. Okay, average. Okay, so we got 2 average and too many trees. So, tiebreaker. Odds is going to be the Twitch side, and then evens is going to be the YouTube side. Let us see. I got a 4, so that means we're going to go with the YouTube side of things. We're going to go with average amount of trees. And now, we've got the encounter settings. So, what kind of terrain do we want? Do we want dirt? Do we want desert? Do we want grassland? Forests? Plains? Lava? Rock? Or ocean? What kind of environment do we want, you know? I'm curious, what kind of environment do we want to set ourselves in? Yeah. I mean, we're talking a lot about trees. I mean, the forests do look rather interesting choice. We got 1 for forest. We definitely have 1 for forest here. What about the rest of you guys? What are we thinking? Are we going to go with forest as well? Let's confuse people. Walking through a field of wood, suddenly fighting a goblin on lava. JK forest. Okay. Looks like we're going with forest. Alright. And now, this is the encounter rate. Are we going to have, like, so much encounters that they're not going to walk? Or is it just going to be, you know, just maybe a low encounter rate? You know, maybe once in a blue moon, you know? Like, what is the encounter rate? So I imagine it's going to be like a typical RPG where it's like you walk and then encounter thing. But what do you think, guys? Do we have many? Do we go full Final Fantasy IV and have so many random encounters? Or do we go the Claire Obscure route and just have low encounters that you can pick and choose? I don't know if you can pick and choose our battles in the system, but hey, it would be interesting if we could. What are we thinking? I say keep it on medium. Okay, we got 1 for medium. Got 1 for medium. What else we got? Encounter rate, Zubat, cave drama, medium. We're gonna go with medium. Let's go. And then we need... Oh, I don't have monster parties. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and save our field. Let's create a monster party. Because we definitely need to create a party of monsters. You know, we'll just use the sample one for the time being. Monster parties, here we go. We're just gonna do a sample monster. We're not gonna go too depth into this because we are coming close to time, but monster setting. Here we go. Soul Knight. We're gonna keep it right there. There we go. Just look at his stat versus ours. Holy crap. Okay. There we go. Not go do too deep on that. We'll save that stuff for next time. But let's go ahead and just finish up our field. Kind of go along with it, you know? Let's see. Okay. There we go. We're gonna go with that. Alright, there we go. Okay. Can we at least playtest? Game is not configured to be... How do we configure it? Layout. Okay, what's layout? Okay, I guess create a new object. Event? I get... I want to... Oh, here you go. Standard event. Event? I don't... I'm trying to place our individual guy here. Probably needs events put in. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to figure out where we can put our character. Events. Like a starting place, character interaction with environment, stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to figure out which one it would be, though. Town, dungeon. Dungeon. Maybe standard events? I don't know. Hero Stone. Just. I have no idea what's decorative object. What is decorative object? Oh, so this is just trees. Yeah, we can go all out with the decorative next time. Apparently we placed a tree. Placed a random tree there. Maybe try adding a camp. Yeah. So, question is, how do I do that? Maybe warp point. Hang on. There we go. Maybe we'll start new warp point. Ew, warp point. Ew, guys, that's a warp point. Okay, I have no idea. I don't know what the starting so has to be some kind of event, right? I guess go to town here. Theme. We're not gonna do too much with this, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And 8 points, maybe. Maybe when you're off camera, you can try. Yeah, maybe off stream I can look up how to start the game properly. Because I want to go ahead and test this out for you guys, but apparently it doesn't let us. But you know what, hang on. Let's go back to the field stuff. Let's do the preview. Maybe our events, maybe we can preview the events. I think a town as a starting point, a save point. Okay, you know what, let's give it a go then. Yeah. There you go, playtest. No! Game is still not configured to play. We did make a town, though. Oh, okay, so we're probably gonna go with Jay's suggestion. I'm gonna go, like, next time we do this, we're gonna go ahead and just figure out how to start it, and we can see the fruits of your labor. Guys, you have made the most powerful class, the Swift Master. And you have made an environment which is pretty basic, but it gets the job done. Very good for a starting journey. We are Chads. Yes. Oh. Yeah, let's watch this. Okay. Alright, we got some dialogue. Wait a minute. Where was this? I didn't see character. Excuse me? Okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. Honestly, it's just like the more advanced stuff they got going on here. Okay. Honestly, the quality is so terrible. It's 2005. I kind of expected it, but oh lordy. I forgot older games had title previews if you waited. Yeah. Reminds me of Virus Core era maps. It kind of does a little bit. I am Gash, the proud warrior of the Dwarf tribe. Nice to meet you. I am Sylvia. I'm coming with you on your journey. Guided by God, I will help you pray for it. Okay, let's take a look at how they're doing it. Wait a minute. Okay, so they are so you can't add water. The game doesn't tell you how to do this. This looks so good though. I mean, for 2005, it actually looks kind of fun. Okay, so it is turn-based. Okay, so it is okay. It is turn-based, akin to say Final Fantasy. Okay, now are the dungeons customizable? You ran into a trap. Oh. Okay, apparently you survived. Okay. Alright. Meteor Strike. Okay. Woo! 1000. I am looking forward to seeing our character in action now. Honestly, this gets me hyped to try it out. No? Not when that happens, though. That's a dragon. Thunder Slash. Here we go. Honestly, this doesn't look half bad. I think the biggest problem with old games is like you're doing your homework more than you're actually playing the game. That is true. I mean, that's kind of like game development in general, because you have to make sure every moving piece is right before you're able to actually go and actually make, finish it, because one small thing can just ruin an entire project, Now, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But honestly, it's good to see for 2005 that this doesn't look bad. This was actually really fun making this thing with you guys. And so what I'm going to do now, since we are coming up on time, I'm going to go ahead and send you Twitch people over to Empty Milkies, as she's going to be playing something. She's playing something. I don't remember what she's playing. I don't know if it's no, she's playing Stardew Valley. Okay, thank you. Thank you. She's actually playing Stardew Valley. I liked when older games made you think, though, that you get your bang for your buck. Exactly. See, we had to get our value. This was our value. Out of this. And honestly, considering games were a little bit cheaper, yeah. So bye everyone. Before you guys leave, though, let me go ahead and say I appreciate all of you and your contribution here and to this project, because you guys are amazing. I want to say, Darus, I want to thank you for joining us. First time seeing you here. You're amazing, dude. I hope to see you for future streams. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Or if you're on the Twitch side of things, go ahead and hit that follow. It's absolutely free. You can also head to our Discord, where you can go ahead and communicate with us. You can chat with everyone that you see here. When's the next stream? We stream Friday, as we do Free Stream Friday. Basically what that is that I take a series of games that we end up, that I choose. You guys can choose what game out of the 4, and we have a sort of community day, where we play the games that you choose, Basically, it's on a set rotation of what games it is. The things that don't get chosen might be put on the next one. So, yes, Bruce, it's the Discord information is actually in the description of this VOD or the stream. And then all you gotta do is click it, and it'll be sent to our little community we got on here. You'll be notified as to when we go live, and I also make .hack content. You'll be there. Awesome, woo! I make .hack topics for .hack people, and yes, you are in fact invited. It is awesome. It is cool. So I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to seeing all of you there. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Empty Milkies for you Twitch people. So I already did my outro, so I want you all to behave yourselves while we're over there, We're gonna surprise Jade. We're gonna have ourselves a grand old time, I'm actually gonna go, play some Elden Ring here after this. But, yes, have fun, friends. I hope all of you stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have yourselves a wonderful night.